was born after March the 1st of this year. The class is sponsored by Browntown Holsteins. The Best Bred and Owned Award is always sponsored by ADL. For those of you marking programs, please note we do have a scratch in the first class, and that is ring number 4. Ring number 4 is a scratched entry.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It's a pleasure to be here to judge your summer show today. A really nice class of calves to start our show off this morning. I start in the class here with, I think, a calf that wins his class fairly easily. An extremely well-balanced calf, a calf that's extremely well-grown, and she's got lots of style. For me today, she's a little longer in that neck than our second-place calf. She's a little longer in the head also than our second-place calf. And maybe just a little more calf today. The second-place calf over the third-place calf. For me, a calf that's just a little more open in that rib and deeper in the rib than our real stylish calf we have in third. Third-place calf over the fourth-place calf. She's just stronger on top today. She just carries that top a little straighter. And she's got a little more style than does our calf in fourth. The fourth-place calf over the fifth-place calf. For me today, just more calf. She walks more correctly on those rear legs than does our fifth calf. And our fifth calf over the sixth calf, she's just a little fuller in behind those shoulders than our calf in six. A really nice class. Thank you.
The results of Class 1, the junior calves. First place to ring 6, ID Windbrook Layuba, exhibited by ID Holsteins, and this is the best bred and owned in Class 1. Second to ring 7, Colstein Goldwyn Umeriga, exhibited by Blair Weeks and High Caliber Holsteins. Third to ring 2, Lindenwright Meridian Danica, exhibited by Harry and Joanne Vanderlinden. Fourth to ring 5, Golden Flow Extreme Legacy, exhibited by Macbeth Farms. Fifth to ring 1, Eastside Sid Liza, exhibited by Eastside Holsteins. And sixth to ring 3, Cobequid GS Sunset, exhibited by Cobequid Holsteins. So reading from the top of the class, ring number 1 was 5th, 2 was 3rd, ring 3 was 6th, 4 was the scratched entry, ring number 5 placed 4, 6 was your class winner and best bred and owned in Class 1, and ring number 7 placed 2nd. Now making their way into the ring are the entries in Class 2. These are the intermediate calves born December the 1st, 2012 to the last day of February 2013. This class is sponsored by Belcher Holsteins and the best bred and owned sponsored by ADL. For those of you following along in programs, please note we do have some material effective of this class. First of all, ring number 11, the ownership has been changed. Ring number 11 is now exhibited by Wally and Margaret Tenbrook and T&L Cattle Company. So once again, ring number 11 is the exhibitor is now Wally and Margaret Tenbrink and T&L Cattle Company. We also have two additions. We'll give those to you in just a moment. But once again, ring number 11, Wally and Margaret Tenbrink and T&L Cattle Company. We have two added entries in this class. Exhibitors in this class and all of our classes today are reminded, those of you who place first and second in classes that make you eligible for the champions, we'd ask you please remember to keep your hat bands and wear them into the ring for those championship classes. Once again, please keep a hold of your hat bands if you're coming back out for championship classes. It makes the work a whole lot easier for our ring crew to figure out who you are. So once again, please keep your hat bands for championship classes. The added entries in Class 2. The first added entry is ring number 105, and the entry is M.S. Chastity Gold Cassidy. So once again, ring number 105, M.S. Chastity Gold Cassidy, with a birth date of December the 1st, 2012. Exhibited by Wilson Farms and Crasdale Holsteins. So once again, the added entry, ring 105, M.S. Chastity Gold Cassidy, exhibited by Wilson Farms and Crasdale Holsteins. The second added entry, wearing ring number 106, will be Comstar Aquila Lathority, with a birth date of December the 3rd of 2012. And the exhibitor is Roswitha Holsteins. So ring number 106, Comstar Aquila Lathority, and the exhibitor is Roswitha Holsteins.
A really nice class of intermediate calves here. Some really nice calves at the top of this class. Some nice calves right down at the bottom of this class. But I think our first few calves are exceptional in this class. The calf we start the class with, a really special calf. A calf that's extremely well grown. A calf that walks out in a really nice set of feet and legs. She's got lots of length of body and dairiness. And it's that length of body and stretch that takes her over. A really well-balanced calf we have in second. Second calf, an extremely well-made calf. A calf that's really well put together. And she has an advantage over the third place calf, a young calf in third. The second calf, I just prefer the way she tracks on those rear legs a little nicer than does this young calf in third. A third place calf, a calf born the end of January, an extremely well-balanced calf. Just a calf that's got it all there today. We'd like to lengthen that neck maybe a little bit, but she's just a little more complete, a little nicer put together than is our fourth place calf. Fourth place calf over the fifth place calf. I just prefer the way she keeps those feet under her a little nicer than does that long-bodied calf we have in fifth. But a really nice group of calves out here. Thank you very much.
The results of Class 2, the intermediate calves, first place to ring 16, Cobequid Sid Blackberry, exhibited by Cobequid Holsteins, and this is the best bred and owned in Class 2. Second to ring 13, Hodgland Baxton Rihanna, exhibited by Nordale Farms and Weeksdale Holsteins. Third to ring 8, Shadow Wave Gold Spicy, exhibited by Shadow Wave Holsteins and Alex Bernard. Fourth to the added entry, ring 106, Comstar Aquila L'Authority, exhibited by Roswitha Holsteins. Fifth to ring 11, Golden Flow Alexander Keepsake, now exhibited by Wally and Margaret Tenbrink and T&L Cattle Company. Sixth to ring 12, Birkentree L'Authority Chem, exhibited by Birkentree Holsteins. Seventh to ring 10, Eastside Sanchez Olive, exhibited by Eastside Holsteins and Pure Holsteins. Eighth to ring 15, Winter Bay Alexander Abigail, exhibited by Winter Bay Holsteins. Ninth to ring 14, Winter Bay Atwood Domino, exhibited by Winter Bay Holsteins. 10th to ring number 9, Lookout Pesky M. Honey, exhibited by Fireblade Holsteins. 11th to ring 17, Extendale Stanley Cup Justa, exhibited by Extendale Farms. And 12th to the added entry, ring 105, MS Chastity Gold Cassidy, exhibited by Wilson Farms and Crasdale Holsteins. Reading from the top of the class, ring number 8 was third, 9 placed 10, 10 was 7th, ring number 11 was 5th, 12 placed 6, 13 was 2nd, ring 14 placed 9, 15 was 8, 16 was your class winner and best bred and owned in Class 2, ring number 17 placed 11, 105 was 12th, and 106 placed 4. Now making their way into the ring are the entries in Class 3. These are the senior calves born September the 1st, 2012 to November the 30th of 2012. This class is sponsored by Extendale Holsteins and the best bred and owned sponsored by ADL. For those of you marking programs, please note we have one scratched entry from this class, and that is ring number 21. So once again, ring number 21 is a scratched entry. Our exhibitors are once again reminded that the professional services of Vicki Fletcher are here on the grounds for the day. Once again, be sure and see her for your professional pictures to be done of your winning entries here at the show. So once again, she is set up in the tent and would be more than happy to accommodate you during the day.
In this senior calf class, an exceptionally nice class of calves, right down to the very last calf. We've got some really nice heifers out here. But I start the class here with, I think, a heifer that wins this class fairly easily. An extremely well-grown heifer. A heifer that gives us beautiful angles. She's deep in the rib. She's tall on the front end. And for me today, she just uses that little bit of height and length of neck to go over the really nice heifer we have in second. Second place heifer over the third place heifer. She just gives us more depth of rib, both fore and rear, than this really long-bodied heifer we have in third. Third place heifer over the fourth place heifer. She just maybe a little longer today. She just tracks a little nicer on her rear legs than does this deep-bodied heifer we have in fourth. Fourth place heifer over the fifth. She just uses that depth throughout to go over this heifer we have in fifth. And the fifth heifer over the sixth, I made a little switch at the end here. I just prefer the bone quality and the way she walks in those rear legs over our sixth place heifer. Thank you very much.
The results of Class 3, the senior calf, sponsored by Extondale Holsteins. First place to ring number 22, Golden Flow Gold Chip Kentucky, exhibited by Macbeth Farms, and this is the best bred and owned in Class 3. Second, to ring 19, Eastside Louisdale Armani, exhibited by Browntown Farms Limited. Third, to ring 20, Nordale Attic Lydia, exhibited by Nordale Farms and Bernadale Holsteins. Fourth, to ring 23, Extondale Chelios Juanita, exhibited by Extondale Farms. Fifth, to ring 24, Boulay Goldwyn Fiona, exhibited by Blair Weeks, Jamie Grant, and Country Field Clothing. And sixth, to ring 18, Vanderhaven Sanchez Showtime, exhibited by Blair Weeks, Jamie Grant, and Country Field Clothing. So once again, reading from the top of the class, ring number 18 was 6, 19 placed 2, 20 was third, 21 was the scratched entry, 22 was first and best bred and owned in Class 3, 23 placed 4, and ring number 24 was fifth. Now making their way into the ring are the entries in Class 4. These are the summer yearlings born June 1st, 2012 to August the 31st of 2012. This class is sponsored by Bernadale Holsteins, the best bred and owned, sponsored by ADL. For those of you with programs, please note we have one scratched entry, and that is ring number 25. Once again, ring number 25 is the scratched entry. Also, on ring number 33, we have an additional owner. The extra owner is now Diamond Hill Farms. So ring number 33, the owner listed is still intact, as well as Diamond Hill Farms. At this time, we're very pleased to introduce our judge for the day. Our judge is Mr. Bruce Mode. Mr. Mode owns and operates Bonnie Bray Holsteins in Ontario with his wife Susan and youngest daughter Kelsey. Bruce and Susan have 4 daughters and 7 grandchildren. Bruce had bred and raised Ayrshires all of his life, buying his first Holstein calf in 2002. The herd now consists completely of Holsteins. Through the years, Mr. Mode has exhibited 13 Ayrshire Grand Champion females at the Royal Winter Fair and is best known for Des Prairies Tutu, a 6-time Royal Grand Champion and first named Color Breed Supreme Grand Champion of the Royal Winter Fair. Mr. Mode has judged in Canada, the US, England, Scotland, Ireland, and Australia. He judged Ayrshires and Shorthorns at the Royal Winter Fair, and he's judged Jerseys, Ayrshires, and Holsteins at many various shows, as well as many 4-H shows as well. In 2012, at the Royal Agricultural Winter Fair in Toronto, he was the Associate Holstein Judge and just did the Ontario Summer Show. Mr. Mode has been judging for approximately 35 years, so we're very pleased to have him here in Charlottetown with us this week. And we might encourage him to stay for a few extra days and take in the Ayrshire Show, which will be in this ring on Tuesday morning. We have a wonderful Ayrshire Show coming in next week with 93 head entered. So once again, if you want to see some additional dairy cattle next week, certainly invite everyone to come back for the Ayrshire Show here on Tuesday with our 93 animals on entry.
In this summer yearling class, we've got a heifer here that comes to the top of this class, I think, pretty easily. An extremely dairy heifer, a heifer that's really well balanced, heifer that walks out in nice set and feet and legs. And for me today, she's a little cleaner than our second heifer. She's quite a bit longer in that neck than our big heifer we have in second. Second heifer over the third heifer. I just think we have a little more heifer today, and I just like the way she handles those rear legs a little nicer than this really well-balanced heifer we have in third. Third place heifer goes over the fourth place heifer. She's deeper, that fore rib, deeper the rear rib than this real stylish heifer we have in fourth. And the fourth place heifer over the fifth place heifer. She's just got a little more front end, a little taller heifer through the front today than our deep-ribbed heifer we have in fifth. But a nice class. Thank you.
The results of Class 4, the Summer Yearling, sponsored by Bernadale Holsteins. First place during 26, Milk Source G. Chip Jackie E.T., exhibited by Blair Weeks, Lookout, and Frank and Diane Borba. Second to ring 33, Eastside Atwood Glee, exhibited by Eastside Holsteins and Diamond Hill Farms. And this entry is the best bred and owned in Class 4. Third to ring 31, Golden Flow Windbrook Crackle, exhibited by Macbeth Farms. Fourth to ring 34, Extondale Goldwyn Crinkle, exhibited by Extondale Farms. Fifth to ring 28, Winter Bay Atwood Clover, exhibited by Winter Bay Holsteins. Sixth to ring 29, ID Seaver Lillian, exhibited by ID Holsteins. Seventh to ring 32, Birkentree Spectrum Sylvia, exhibited by Birkentree Holsteins. Eighth to ring 30, Pure Authority Jade, exhibited by Pure Holsteins and Eastside Holsteins. And ninth to ring 27, MS Cowtown Advent Regina, exhibited by Diamond Hill Farms. So reading from the top of the class, ring number 25 was scratched, 26 was the class winner, 27 placed 9, 28 was 5th, 29 was 6th, 30 placed 8, 31 was 3rd, 32 placed 7, 33 was 2nd and best bred and owned in Class 4, and ring number 34 placed 4. Now making their way into the ring are the entries in Class 5. These are the junior yearlings born March through May of 2012. This class is sponsored by Carroll View Holsteins, the best bred and owned, sponsored by ADL. Please note we have a couple of changes in Class 5. First of all, one scratched entry, and that is ring number 37. So once again, 37 is a scratched entry. And we have one added entry, which will be ring number 107. And that is the entry of Birkentree D.H. Reginald Aaron. Once again, 107, Birkentree D.H. Reginald Aaron, born April the 11th of 2012, and exhibited by Blair Weeks and Extondale Farms. We're very pleased to welcome the Holstein Canada Board of Directors to the Atlantic Summer Classic Show. The National Board has spent this past week in Prince Edward Island for board meetings and visiting around at the various Holstein farms across the island. If you would like to talk to any of the individuals who are with the Holstein Board, I've been told they are wearing their blue Holstein Canada shirts, and we'd be more than happy to talk with you if you have any questions regarding the Holstein industry. And at this time, we would invite the National Board members to please stand and be recognized as they are here in Charlottetown today for our show. The Holstein Committee would also like to welcome Horatio Larrea from CEMEX Argentina and Melissa Bowers of CEMEX Canada, who are at our show today. So we certainly do welcome our very distinguished visitors with us for our Holstein show here at Charlottetown.
in this junior yearling class. It's not the biggest class today, but some really nice heifers right down to the bottom of this class. And I think our two heifers in the top of the class, really close placing. The second heifer really is not helping herself any today. This heifer that I start the class with, she's a big, powerful heifer, and we get behind these heifers. She's got a little more width to her, a little more spring of rib, and she's just handling those rear legs a little nicer today than does the second heifer. The second heifer, an extremely well-balanced heifer. A heifer that shows us lots of dairiness and lots of style. And she goes over the third place heifer on that style and dairiness, length and neck. Third place heifer over the fourth place heifer, she just uses that depth of rib, both fore and rear, to go over this really tall heifer we have in fourth. Fourth place over fifth place heifer that's just got a little more length of body, a little more front end, and does our fifth place heifer. And 5 over 6 heifer for me today is just a little harder on top. Keeps those legs under a little nicer than our sixth place heifer. Thank you.
The results of Class 5, the junior yearlings, sponsored by Carroll View Holsteins. First place to the added entry, ring 107, Berkentry D.H. Reginald Aaron.